This is DST. Welcome to episode 60, the appropriate age for a sponsor. This is Professor Hafare taking over the show today. I know you love it, but unfortunately I couldn't do it by myself. And introducing my lovely co-hosts.
My name is Ashley.
Nimra, and welcome back to episode 60, like Grandpa said.
Not Grandpa.
You're paying, right?
Yeah, I'm paying.
So sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you.
What's popping?
You don't have to have grace to be a sponsor.
Welcome.
My first time here.
First time here. Are you
First time,
excited?
long time. Very excited.
Yeah.
Today I'm with the ladies. Something for the ladies. Come a BND on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
How are you?
I'm surprisingly, I am good. Surprisingly, life is good. I can't complain.
Okay.
Mzungu amenilipa. So after this, I am going to engage in various forms of debauchery. You know?
Reparations?
Not actually, yeah, you could have a point.
Literally
reparations. But he doesn't pay me enough for it to be proper reparations. But it's enough for me to feel like I'm stealing something from the white man.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly, because I don't really do anything at work.
Oh, wow.
I get paid to show up.
Are you sure you want to be saying that on DST? Okay, this is where anything goes, though.
I mean, it's okay. The governor isn't working, so
Exactly.
it's fine if Hafare ain't working.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like a Stepford wife. I'm there to be seen.
Wow.
I'm only there to be seen.
I'm here for it.
Exactly.
So you've been on the podcast a couple of times. Okay, when the mics are open for like the past 2 weeks, which has been amazing.
Yes.
People are saying that you become a chill, you're zen.
Exactly.
You're in your little, you know.
I don't know how I feel about it because I'm used to Hafare being so chaotic. Like previous mics are open episodes, and then the first one that you did, I was just like, what happened to Hafare? What did you do to him?
I'm in my mental wellness era.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, girly.
You take care of yourself.
So my question now is, seeing as you've been so chill on the mics, I hope you're not bringing that energy here because this is where everything goes.
Mimi already, akili yangu iko set on debauchery. We are starting now.
Go off.
We are starting now.
Go. This is Hafare's show. If you didn't know, now you know.
It's anytime I'm in a room, I command the energy. It's my show whenever I step in the room.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you bring us anything?
I like that.
No, I know. We're going to get it after. There's some things I can't show on camera. You know that. There's some things I can't show on camera.
So, okay, let me start you guys off. We're having a conversation in the office, right? And I love that you're here because I want to hear your point of view. Okay? I didn't even ask you how you are. How are you, babes?
I'm okay.
To be continued.
I'm okay. I'm drenched.
I love that she's in slippers.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's wet. She's very...
I'm wet in the wrong ways,
She's very
honestly.
wet.
Okay, honestly.
Shout out to Okra Water.
Okra water did the thing. So because the baddies decided they want to get into the okra water, my feet got wet.
Exactly.
And everything else is dry. So like, that's not fair.
That's not fair at all.
Have you guys noticed? Ever since Okra Water became a trend, it's been flooding in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I'm not saying correlation is causation, but, you know,
Clearly.
kuna kakitu hapo, there's a thread you can pull.
Yeah.
I mean, someone has to do something about it.
Exactly.
Since people are not doing anything.
I
So,
agree.
Yeah.
Wababas, mnatuangusha. This is all your fault.
So, yeah,
I'm pretty drenched. That's why I'm wearing the slippers. I was crossing river... What do we used to call it? Lake Karuna.
Yes.
Yeah, outside the office.
Yes.
Yeah, I was crossing Lake Karuna, and my feet got wet, my socks got wet, and I got drenched.
Oh, no.
But it's okay. I'm drying up here. I'm okay.
That's unfortunate, but good. Okay.
Let's continue to the main conversation.
All right, great. Back to me, okay? So we were having a conversation in the office with one of my friends. Shout out to Olive. There are two Olives. Shout out to Olive Mwangi. We're having a conversation with her. And this is off of me giving her a story about a guy that I've been talking to. That's a whole other story because, hey.
Nairobi.
Well, I'm done oversharing, so pay for it.
You said that yesterday.
I know.
You said that yesterday.
I know. So, a concept. Women should be dating younger men.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah. I fuck with that. I fuck with that heavy.
Oh, funny enough, there's an interview that Cher did. We were talking about Cher a couple of episodes ago, and she did say that she loves to date younger men because all the men her age are dead.
Yeah, I saw that.
Damn.
And that is real as fuck.
'Cause I put myself in her situation. She's what, like 60?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm 60 and I got a younger man hitting on me,
You're in.
yes.
Cher is closer to
Insane.
80.
It's fine.
She was 20 in the 60s.
My
Oh,
God.
Yes,
80.
she's closer to 80.
That's the only white woman I've seen age properly.
No, that's true. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
She's a Cullen. She's a vampire.
What are your thoughts about
Shout out to, what was it called? Twilight?
Twilight?
Edward Cullen, Tim
Must
Jacob
be-
to Edward.
Must be a vampire.
Must be a vampire.
Oh, there was this other, I forget. The originals? Vampire Diaries.
Vampire Diaries.
Lit.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on men?
No, I
women
I
dating?
fuck with that heavy. I have had experiences with older women.
Yeah.
There was a time I had a situationship with a woman who's like significantly older than me, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how it's not serious with them. Like there's no, they have no expectations of more than what they desire. They're not like here for this can lead into something else. I want hizo expectations kwa kichwa. So there's no resentment in the relationship. The only thing we do is hang out and hook up. There is no ati utakuja kwetu kupeana ng'ombe. No. That woman akona mtoto form 2.
Yeah.
He has better things to worry about than me.
Yeah.
Facts.
I once lost a Christmas because of her.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Nafaa kuwa na familia tukikula kuku.
Unakula vitu zingine?
Ai, unapakuliwa sinia kubwa.
You're eating the meat
Exactly.
nicely, fried,
Aye.
well done.
Christmas
seared.
Day. The day our Lord was born, me was trying to conceive someone else.
To make another Lord.
Oh my
Hafare
God.
Jr.
So yeah, like I fucks with that. And again, this whole idea that you have to date, like women have to date up
Yeah.
and men have to date down doesn't make sense. Like age is just a number, Mazi.
True.
Not in that Kelly way. Let's just say
Okay.
not in that
You have to
Kelly
give
way.
that disclaimer.
Yeah.
You have
but,
to.
if you find somebody who's older than you, a woman, and you vibe with them and you really enjoy spending time with them, just go for it, man. It might be one of the best times of your life. I know it was for me.
All right. So this is how it went. This is how the story came up. There are a couple of factors to consider, right? And this was off of me giving a story about a person that I've been talking to, right? And a lot of trauma was showing. And basically how this went was an older man dating older men will always bring up red flags because they're already traumatized, firstly. They've already experienced so much heartbreak. They've already, there's a lot of baggage that's coming with it already. So for sure, you're going to get heartbroken at some point or they're going to fuck up. Dating younger men for women is a plus because this man will treat you like he's everything.
So you
Because he
train
doesn't
them.
necessarily have traumas. He's not necessarily experienced like heartbreak. Ile moyo inauma, you know?
Jakapitia.
Yeah, exactly. And he's looking up to you like, oh my God, she's my everything, you know?
I don't know, because I feel like I agree with you in the terms of older men being heavily traumatized. And also, I don't know if you've seen that thing where you can text an older man and they do not text with emojis. I do not know what the fuck that is about. Like, are you mad at me? Are you this? Can you articulate yourself? Like,
Give me an emoji.
just drop an
They
emoji.
text like columnists in the newspaper.
Bro,
Wow.
block after block after block. Block paragraph, quotes and everything.
Better punctuate.
bold, underlined with the
Exactly.
heading. But I also think
Have you watched the news today? Those are the texts.
I also feel like that if the guy is older and maybe there is a chance you could find an older man who is more healed. Because think about it. See, we're all going through our healing journeys and our... Okay.
Where's your mic, Austin?
By the way...
Umenyamaza leo? Okay.
No.
So yeah, the same way we are all healing in a way. I'm trying to stay positive that if this generation continues, like Hafare went to therapy, I saw that on the mic, so great.
I'm still going.
You're still going to therapy.
And now he's my therapist.
Yeah. You need an actual therapist.
Leave me alone.
By the way, this is just blanket advice. Go for therapy.
Let me know.
Just go. Like
Kindly
whoever's
don't call
watching,
me
who's
out.
ever thought about it, do it.
But actually, I want to talk about that just a bit, yeah? Because I think our generation is the hardest generation to therapize because I've seen all of this. Also, my friend is a psychologist, and she's like, you guys come in with your own diagnosis. You know wagwan. You're like, yeah, I have that issue. I've done step number 1, 2, 3. So the psychologist is left like, okay.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
If you think you know it all.
Yeah, but back to my point. We can find maybe healed and complete versions of men as they grow older. Yeah, but that you're just going to have to spot if they've gone through a journey or not.
Yeah.
And the way to spot that is if they don't, it's just how they talk to you. Yeah, you'll just know a man from a mile away. You need help.
Sometimes it takes some time to to clock it.
Girl, my radar these days.
No, I mean, they could be this... Story time.
Hadithi.
Tupe pambio.
Actually, no, let me know.
You already said it.
I'm not ready. I haven't come to terms with a lot of things. But, I mean, I've recently been ghosted, right? Okay. By a person who did the fucking most. I don't know if I've been ghosted. Anyway, I've been ghosted by someone who did the most. Like, the utmost most. Like, I was like, happen, Amanda. It's a wrap for
I'm
Ashley.
about to be a wife.
It's a wrap, you know? And then out of like nowhere, it just went MIA, and I was just like, it's giving married or you said married or criminal?
Criminal, yeah. Either married or they're a criminal.
Married or criminal? I'm hoping he's still alive. I'm like, Lord.
Could be detained in a Zambian jail.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
could be detained in a Zambian.
So you'd rather he's not in committee, but he's married?
Yes.
No.
Bitch, stay in committee.
No. But that's the thing. So that's how this whole conversation came up, because she was just like, he's an older man, right? Yeah. But at the same time, we're talking about how older men will even encourage you to do things that, you know, you would have never thought of doing. But at the same time, I want to be baby girled the fuck out of baby girling.
I mean, as somebody who was with a man who was 7 years older than me, if they're not healed...
It's a no-go.
How would you know that they're healed?
Yeah.
About how he treated me.
Okay, yeah, that's...
It's just that...
But here's the thing. I want to ask you guys this thing. So if somebody was good to you, they like 90% of the time, and then like 95, and then 5% they were like... fucking, you know, venye wanakuanga tu.
Niggas niggering.
Yeah, niggering. Do you measure it 50-50? Or like because some people will be like, they'll still measure 50-50, like the good or bad, even though like 95, it was actually 95-5.
I think it depends on the weight or the extent of the 5%.
Yeah.
Like if that 5%, and I was having a conversation with my cousin yesterday, and I was telling her, if a man ever raises his voice at me, it's a wrap. Because that already shows some kind of aggression that I'm not down for. Like it's violent, and it's violent to me, and it's disrespect at the same time. So even you raising your voice, if you've treated me amazing through and through, you raise your voice at me once, it's a wrap.
I like
boundaries. I like that. Actually.
Yeah, it's a complete wrap.
Because it took me a long time to realize that was disrespect in disguise.
Because who are you raising your voice at?
Yeah, I realized that like 5 years later. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you shouting at me for? I'm like, the fuck? I'm not your child.
Me, I'm not big on chances.
I mean, shout at me in bed. Be like, sit down.
Hey,
your daddy.
You're not daddy.
Daddy, chill.
Oh, wow.
Nizushie kama walimu wa chemistry.
I know, it depends on where you're shouting at me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, shout at me at bed. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
But
yes.
that's how I measure it. So it's not even 50-50. It's your Nini has gone to 100%. So now it's...
I want to say something that will sound contradictory, but it's human nature to be contradictory.
Yeah.
Right.
There's something I learned in therapy, that we judge ourselves by our intentions and other people by their actions. So sometimes you need to like also look at the other person. As you said, so you're healing na kila kitu, that everybody's on a healing journey. Everybody's on their own healing journey. If they're willing to go on it.
Yeah.
There's some people who are like, no, fuck this, I'm not healing. Mi nitakuwa kumbafu forever. And that's okay. So everybody's on their healing journey. So sometimes you need to understand that you judging somebody by their actions and not their intentions sometimes, because things happen and people can be put in situations that are stressful, that are very mentally taxing, and things can go sideways. And sometimes it's just based on how they've been raised, their nature. There's a lot of factors that come into it.
True.
So always give people that grace, but never give too much of it. Understand that there's a boundary and there's a line that ikifika mali, you have to step back and say like, hey, this isn't comfortable anymore. So you can't just judge a person on the first like hurdle that they get to, but you can't give that person a million hurdles that they can stumble on.
So
it's just balance. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's all about balance, but understanding that balance is extremely necessary. You can't be this one thing on one extreme, and then you also can't be this other thing on the other extreme. You need to understand where your boundary is. And the most important thing is to stick to it.
Yeah.
Not just knowing or having the boundary, is sticking to it. If your boundary is this thing and it's crossed, understand that if you give somebody the leeway to push it, they'll push it forever.
Push it, and
the story of the camel in the
so
desert.
basically what you're saying is if I tell him not to put it in the ass, you should just listen.
Yes. You should just listen.
That was supposed to be a transition, guys.
Really?
Go off.
Go off.
Yeah, because I speaking about that, have you guys been, sexually involved with somebody and they do something that you didn't know you liked, and then you're like, wait, what? I like this shit.
Do tell.
Yeah. One of my no, okay. One of my I will use
Speak freely.
one of my favorite former eaters. Yes. Got me into what's this thing called? Temperature play. So it's like the sensations like cold and
candle,
hot
hot,
na
cold.
vitu hizo. Yeah. We unaerupt kama Mount Vesuvius. Nakwambia active volcano warning.
With all the projectiles.
Exactly. Yes.
So do you still do it? Have you
Currently I'm
found-
not like seeing anyone.
Oh, okay.
So, but if I was to see somebody,
introduce it?
I'd introduce it, and like depending on whether or not they're comfortable with it, because there's all the consent and everything very
For sure.
important. So,
Yeah.
but if they are comfortable with it, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey.
What about you?
I want you to go first.
I don't know. I'm still thinking about
still
it.
thinking about it, but yeah,
Let's
and I'm
see.
also trying not to reveal a lot.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm already. That's already revealing a lot.
Oh, you're revealing a lot.
Yours is pretty mild. What, ice? Candles?
Okay.
An episode of Final Destination?
Oh
I mean, have you not seen that scene?
no.
In Final Destination, there's this guy getting a massage and then he's put candles all over him and then the candles fall and he goes onto fire. Yeah.
What a way to go.
Honestly,
What?
That's cool. Like, it's a cool way to die. Like, it's
No.
better than kugongwa na nduthi.
wow.
Like, imagine ufike heaven, alafu ambia watu uligongwa na nduthi ukicross barabara. Hapo karuna
How are
close.
you explaining to Allah? Eh? Ati you had candles on your body.
Because you're doing some kinky shit.
Exactly, and you got burnt.
See, was it kinky? Ama ilikuwa tu massage?
No, it was kinky. See, they were getting into the...
Oh, okay. Ni sawa. Still, what a way to go, man.
He's stuck to it.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as pleasure was involved, I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Coming as you're going.
I
Love
think
it.
pain, some levels of pain is very, I don't know, it turns me the fuck on. Yeah, like inflict some pain. I brought my best friend to work today.
Bring
So
the
we are
bestie to
saying,
work.
that's the one. But yeah, some level of pain. I don't know, it's just, woo, flashbacks.
Shout out to Maki the sad.
It's hot.
So that's mine. That's mine.
Alright.
And I think once it was done, then now I'm always seeking it. It's almost like a drug, So let me shut the fuck up.
Need
Go off.
therapy. We need therapy. And the reason why I'm saying that is mine's close enough. But like I have like a domination king. Well, I'm not dominating. I'm like submissive. But like domination. Like pull through. Like call me names. Spit
Really?
in my mouth.
Gee. Oh, have you ever done like this might be a bit personal. This might be a bit personal. Have you ever done like the slave and the master role play?
Well, I was trying to get that shit in. This person said, look, I get it.
not working.
But it's like, yeah, but there's something I can't do to you. Your face is too cute.
Oh.
It's like, I can't do it to you. And I'm like, okay.
That's cute.
You need to get
Put a mask.
Was it a white man?
No.
Oh, you need to get a white man for that shit because they love like just
White men are weird.
I was about
Exactly,
to say
they love
that's some
that
white
shit.
people shit.
like the Indian subcontinent in
But
the
like, I
1830s.
What?
Exactly. Like that's the thing they were doing. Like the whole master and slave thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when Britain took over the Indian subcontinent. Like
Oh, as in Kama Sutra.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, basically.
Oh, I saw a what is it called? An Instagram post. Don't know if I should show. Today I'm just all over the place. Wait, let me find it. Best positions to lose calories. Top 5 sex positions that burn off calories.
For who?
There's the Bacha Chana.
The fuck is that?
There's the standing. There's the kneeling wheelbarrow. we're putting this on the whatever.
Okay.
There's a doggy style and there's the lotus. Kindly note there's some female to female interactions here. Kindly look through those pictures because I feel like it's something that we should try. I'll send you the image.
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like,
out of the
butter
five,
chana.
the butter
I don't
chana.
know what the butter china is.
You know it.
I don't know. I want to
Oh.
see the image. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I was gonna be like, girl.
I'm just gonna say for if there are guys watching this, it might be a bit much. What the
Really?
It might be a bit much.
Why?
Because guys are used to wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, okay, I get you. Like,
Yeah.
straight missionary,
Yeah, straight
doggy,
missionary.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay, out of the 5, now that we have the image,
I think standing would burn a lot of calories for the both of you.
standing would also, how the hell do you get into that position?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Exactly.
wondering.
That should be an Olympic sport.
So is she up against the wall?
Yeah, like he's holding, like
Like,
the ones
you have to
see
come
the
in from
movie.
How
behind
does
and
it
then, like-
enter?
Like 50, exactly. It's like that 50 Shades shit.
There's a lot to unpack there. There
No.
What's Austin doing?
See
No, no, no.
that? Austin's face is like,
You know, I love that Austin had to go and demonstrate. Umeenda kutuonyesha.
we need the truth come back.
You, kwanza wewe uko na kesi. You remember yesterday?
What
This
did he
man, what he was telling us about before we started recording.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
Okay. We'll
talk-
get to you soon.
We'll get to you soon.
We'll get to you soon. I think for me, the kneeling wheelbarrow. The
First of all,
kneeling
how are you
wheelbarrow.
doing that?
I mean, a doggy appa it's too
That's
basic.
basic.
Yeah. See, you get on your arms, and then he lifts your hands up, and I feel like also the.
That's what I'm saying. That looks
Let
like
me
a lot
just.
of work.
Everything here
trying
looks
to
like a lot of work.
Let me share. I'll share this.
If you're
Anyway.
trying to lose weight, by the way, like you could do this or you could just be on drugs.
Honestly, I've lost weight just having sex.
Oh no, it's a great form of exercise. Also, shout out to the spread pod. That's where this image has come from.
Yeah.
Listen to the spread pod. They're really,
Yeah.
she's really dope. Anyway, bad transition.
Already?
Let's go. Also, shout out to Cecilia from Papa John's. She said hi to me today, and I was just like, I'll shout you up, babe.
Hi.
And she specifically was just like, I love you guys on DST. You're
I
just
love
such a great
it.
The
job.
pizza place.
So yeah.
Oh,
That's so
okay.
cute.
Yeah, it's in
That's so
the
dope,
same
man.
room. Yeah.
You know, I
Shout out
only
to
meet
you.
people who know me in the club.
Because that's where you go.
That's where you
99% of the
frequent.
time.
All right, so
They said, well, yes.
Yes, ndio. Mimi napenda sherehe na miadarati.
I saw this TikTok.
That's my nigga.
I saw this TikTok of this babe who couldn't say mihadarati. It's so funny.
Mihadarati.
I'm gonna share it here. She's like mihadarati. She's just struggling to say mihadarati. Fucking funny
Oh,
as shit.
I
Bad transition.
even my wording is
Yeah,
gone.
voice is good.
Go off.
Okay, so men and women traveling. So there was a TikTok.
Andy.
Said TikTok. I like that you mentioned so it doesn't come for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in this specific TikTok, they're just talking about why, we don't see a lot of groups of males traveling, especially black males, compared to black women traveling in groups as friends.
Yeah.
Like the rarity of the men versus the women.
Ever wonder why black men don't travel as much as black women? Because I don't never see no black men in men's groups on vacation. It's always a girl's group. They just here because the girl is funding the trip. The men's we do see be on vacations and they look miserable. I mean, irritated.
So thoughts on that? I honestly think girls just have some sort of like planning skills, I feel like. And if we decide, let's say we're going in September, because I feel like girls have a lot generally to prep for.
Yeah.
You gotta prep like your waxing, your period. You need to make sure no one's getting their period around that
yeah.
time. And then now you start planning to go. Whereas guys, it's like 20.
I don't think it's like that actually. I'm of the opposite
Okay.
thought. For men, quality time is defined in a very like small box. Men will just go and drink together, and that is quality time for them. Inakwanga hivyo.
Yeah.
Like all this shit about going for a trip, nini. People we will talk about it. We will say, by the way, mazi, twende Arusha siku moja. Let's go to Arusha one day, and that day will never come. We will always meet. We'll be in the club. We'll be at the football game. We'll
Actually,
go
that's
go
the
get
question.
nyama.
Why?
Ndio.
Like, how come?
Because I think also growing up, we've seen that is what quality time is for men.
Yeah.
That's what our fathers used to do. That's what our grandfathers used to do. They would meet and talk and like decide, let's have a beer, nini. And I think maybe for women didn't have that luxury of like being able to just leave the house randomly and going to hang out with your friends.
That's true.
Traditionally, you just couldn't leave and go. Because your dad could just leave at any time. And Rudy. And him, he's had like he's been fulfilled as a man. Yako sawa, mwana wa boys wake. But a woman needs to like tell the husband, Kwanza, I need this week off, babe. You have to take the week off from work. You have to take care of the kids. You need to get the babysitter. Nini. And then that 1 week, Sasa, is when like they align all their schedules. We are going to Zanzibar. We just can't have a week off. Twende kulewa, twende branch Milan.
Yeah.
We are going to Zanzibar.
I disagree with both of you, but okay. I agree with the whole planning for babes, for sure. Same as what you mentioned as well. But I know very many male groups who plan trips and they go for trips.
Okay.
For birthdays, for their, I don't know, stags, for random...
I was going to get to that, actually.
Uh-huh.
The time we actually plan trips and execute them is when it involves somebody in the group. It's never just for just a random thing. Out of nowhere, let's just go for fun. If it's somebody's birthday and he says we're going to Nakuru, we'll show up. If it's somebody's Rura, sure.
Yeah.
If it's somebody's stag, if somebody had a son and we're going like to another town to like see him, it always has to do with somebody in the friend group.
A purpose.
Yeah. It just can't be randomly to Meamua. Hey, guys, so in Naivasha next weekend.
But there are also groups who actually do that. Okay. Who genuinely plan a trip, like next week we're going to, or in a month's time, we're going to Zanzibar or we're going to Joburg, just as the homies. Like, just for a good time, yeah.
I need to get in with those people because I imagine how good Bumble would be in like Johannesburg.
Right?
Every time I'm in a new town, that's the first thing I do.
Yeah.
Dating app. Swipe. Here for a good time, not a long time.
Speaking about dating apps.
Okay.
When was the last time you guys were on a dating app? If you've ever been on a dating app.
Lord. Anyway. Me.
Maybe.
For fun, for friendship, for,
For friends.
Late last year, I think. I get bored very quickly on dating apps. Because hey, marangapi.
Yeah. Hi.
Exactly. As in, how many talking stages do I have left in me? What's your favorite color? I don't know. Man, what do you think is whatever you think is my favorite color, that's my favorite color. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
So I met someone off there and we, like, we messed around, but we're good friends now. It really didn't work out. But yeah, I'm not really, I get why some people love it. I think some people get that dopamine hit of matching with someone.
Yeah.
So that's why they're always on there. It never leads to anything, but they never want it to lead to anything.
Yeah.
They just want to like feel validated.
It's like
by
Instagram
somebody,
liking.
Yeah, by somebody swiping like right on them or whatever. That's the validation they're seeking.
Yeah.
They're not seeking an actual relationship. They just want to feel desirable. Mimi naweka haraka. Like nikimatch na watu wawili interesting. I'm like, sawa, give me your number, let me just get off this app. And then I can continue this conversation somewhere else.
Okay. Different perspective. Sometimes is it just, okay, I got on Tinder, I re-uploaded my Tinder recently, randomly. I was just like, let's see who's around. For me, how I look at dating apps is to kind of see who's in my vicinity. Not necessarily even to match with anybody, just to be like, what kind of faces are around here that I've never seen before? And I'm like, I've seen that person before. Like it's low-key exciting.
Yeah.
It's like going through a timeline. Like a timeline on Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
It's like a news feed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now,
like, oh, what are you saying about yourself?
Of niggas in your area.
Yeah, exactly. And then some of it's like people watching low key.
I get you.
And then some of it is just like definitely a catfish. You're like, mkwana na mtu na uko Tinder. Okay. Also, it's 1818. Anyway, so it's kind of fun. For me, I do it for the fun of getting to see people and like people watching. It's sounding very stalkerish.
It's more like this is just another application you use to pass your time.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have a friend who uses Bumble only for the Spotify recommendations.
Wow.
Like she doesn't match with niggas. Like her, she'll just be like, okay, oh, your Spotify. Oh, this looks good. You look like you have good taste. Who's this? Then she'll go and check it out on Spotify. She doesn't like match with anyone.
Yeah.
She has the app. She'll just keep swiping.
Yeah.
Until she says, "Oh, this is really good." She's like, "I listened to this from this guy." Wait.
Really?
That's how she builds her playlists.
That's very interesting.
That's interesting.
So, Bumble has a section where
yes,
there's a
you can link your
Spotify.
Put your
music.
Really?
You can link your Spotify. You can link your
Bumble.
Yeah, Bumble is better.
I'm downloading Bumble. Really?
And then they've got
Men can't message you first.
It's women.
Yeah, who message first. So you keep the power.
Yeah. I like that.
Feminism core.
Feminism to the core, literally.
Exactly.
I'll do that for the music purposes.
Because Bumble's really, they also have like a friendship.
Yeah, you can actually do Bumble for friends.
Use Bumble for friends. Yeah, so that is actually how I got onto Bumble. I was like, okay, I've been to like a hobbit, just Insta. Let me go make some friends.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the Bumble and got the friends account. Then I was like, ish. Let's see what's happened on the dating scene. So I opened the dating profile. But it was very interesting because I matched with a few people. But then again, it's like what Hafare said. It's like, hey. And then what after that?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the thing about Bumble is, I don't know, the variety. Like, honestly, and I noticed something crazy. So where you move geographically, of course, it selects people from that area. So so obviously you know where I stay. So I'm just looking at the area and I'm like, what are these Nigerian people doing in here? And then I move to West, like I go to work, I go to Westlands and I see, oh my God, these are straight off the boat. So it's like, I'm not finding the people that I want.
That you want to have like a kiki with.
That I could actually just swipe.
Yeah.
Like I matched with 2 people and they were all like foreign and I'm like, yeah, maybe I just need a passport. So that's why I was like, okay, cool. But looking at the variety around, I was just like, it's extremities. I barely found someone who had commonalities with me.
With you?
Yeah. And then when you're texting somebody, it's dry as fuck. You know what? I feel like we're all tired of talking stages as a generation.
Yes.
So we're just like, we're all at the same boat. We're just like...
If you point arranged marriage, itakuwa option.
I'm not trying to get married though, but it could be.
Could be, yeah. Like, nilete tu mtu bana.
Yeah.
Nimekapitia Nairobi.
Letter mtu.
Letter.
But he's dry as fuck.
Really?
But,
Wait,
folks. I didn't say yes.
You've never told me this.
I said this on the pod. Did I not say it? I can't remember, to be honest.
Do tell.
So, obviously, I am pretty much almost near my expiry date as a brown girl.
Wow.
According to society standards.
Wow. Jeez.
So
discount aisle. Discount aisle. Bei ya usiku.
The cap stamp is wrapping up, bana.
Chukua ukiendanga. Uko na discount ya Jumia.
Even the dowry is going to go less, bro.
What's the expiry stage? What's the age?
I'm turning 27. So my dad's getting heart palpitations every day. It's like when you're getting married. So he learns I broke up with my boyfriend. He's like, oh shit, now you're not getting married to him. So now what are you going to do? And I'm like, see, I'm cool. And then he was like, nah. So there's this guy, his family, get this. Apparently I've met this guy in Nairobi. Okay, so he's from outside, but apparently because we're Indian and we all know each other, I met him and trust me, do I remember?
Nothing. That says a lot.
Nothing. Okay. Yeah, he's not.
So
my man catching strays.
I know. Nick was chilling.
No, but it's true. Like I feel like honestly, let's be real. If you know that you don't command a presence, then maybe you should have something else working for you. Just saying. I mean. So.
How did that go? Did you meet?
Not yet, because he's outside the country, but he's trying to visit the country. But anyway, we got talking on WhatsApp, just FaceTimed him the other day. What one are content?
So conversation is dead.
I mean, there is a conversation, but it's also because it's me, you know? Like, we're podcasters. We always know shit to talk about. We're generally very creative people.
Yeah.
We can hold a conversation with the most boring person. This guy, nothing.
So he's the most boring person.
I don't think he's boring. I just think, I don't know what it is.
Can you just even say something redeeming about this guy?
Okay, something redeeming is he's nice. And he just calls me shorty. And I'm just like, okay.
Okay, if he's nice, then that's a plus.
Yeah. But
You'd rather nice and boring.
True.
Wait, I was with a nice, boring guy, okay? I have learned from experience. They're all shit. We move.
The wise words of Nimrat.
Okay, before we go,
at the end of the day, a man is a man, nice or bad. So you'd rather the bad because you know
the bad.
You know what you're signing up for.
Okay.
With a nice guy, you don't know what you're signing up for. One day he's all baby, the next day he's shouting at you. So
I see what you're saying.
Before we move on from this, just want to give you. I was in Nanyuki recently, family thing. I think I talked about this last week at my uncle's funeral.
Yeah.
And then now the day after, I was out with my cousins, and me I go hard, but my cousins go hard, like ile. Are you shocked?
Yes.
You know me, I go hard.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just like,
my cousins go hard.
What's
like,
hard? Well,
like we booked a B&B that I didn't sleep in. Like I left the club, went to eat, and then went like to the car to come back to Nairobi. So me, I'm in the car, I'm chilling, and then my aunts are like, just come here, kidogo, we talk. I get ambushed. Mbona una bibi? Why don't you have a wife, eh? Your mother tells us you have money in Nairobi. You're always outside. People are telling my mother that I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine, even at the funeral, unajua kijana yako ni celeb Nairobi. My mother is confused. So my mother is completely confused, like unafanyanga in Nairobi, because she doesn't even know what I do. All she knows is that I work a job and I'm always outside. So they're like, your mother is telling me, well, uko na hii, and then you don't even have a wife. You know how many good girls are at home? They're just waiting for a husband, and you're in Nairobi. Sijui nini? Kwanza usitulete gurale.
Meaning?
Gurale is somebody who is not rendile.
Like,
who's not kushaitik actually.
Like,
okay.
Usitulete gurale kwanza. Me, I'm just the hangover. Nashanga, what are these people saying?
Too much information.
I just feel the throbbing in the side of my head. And then my aunts are shouting at me. Like they're shouting at me, telling me to do what in the hijabs and whatnot. I'm like, Cheki, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
You feel like,
you know, your many men envy you in this room because you got access to the hijabis.
Fact.
And they fine as shit.
Do you think
access doesn't mean desirability? Like I could give them to Austin.
He's ready. Get ready.
Having access to them doesn't mean I find them desirable.
Yeah.
The bane of my existence, the weapon formed against me, has always been and will always be light-skinned Kikuyu babes with dreadlocks.
Ooh.
it's the dreads?
Ooh.
Especially if they have mental health issues. And daddy issues. Where umenimaliza. That is the type of woman who will always hurt me. And that is the type of woman I will always go for. Nakwambia, when one door closes, another door opens, and it's the same fucking person, just in a different body.
Do you feel like you're low-key, okay, you're very, clearly you're attracted to toxic. You're attracted to
maybe.
a low, what value does it bring in your life?
I don't know. I have
Just
to,
enjoy it.
Anyway, but Sasa, I have to like maybe talk to my therapist about this.
I think so.
Maybe there's a savior complex in there.
I believe so.
Maybe I believe I can fix you.
Yeah,
no.
Shut up. Me, I know I'm Ashley the fixer. Okay? I know I have a problem.
We need to move away from that, Ashley. That's what we said.
Bob the builder. Natokea kwa relationship kama affordable housing.
Oh my God, I love
exactly.
that.
Like maybe that's who I am. And then it's very weird. I even like, I'm trying to unpack this. I am in a position where women who want me, I don't want them. Like there have been multiple women who have been in situationships with, we've had flings, and then they're like, hey, I'm ready to take this to the next level. And you're like, no. But a woman who's like being shifty, off-putting, nini, I will lose my mind over that woman. I will literally lose my mind.
That's just how guys work, though.
I will go above and beyond. There are gifts I have given. Mpaka mtu akaniambia, my brother in Christ, this is too much. Even husbands don't do this.
Not my brother in Christ.
Exactly. Even husbands don't do this. Like I get, like when I actually like you, and I
You want to chase
only,
me? I like gifts.
That's what I said. Did you
I
come
feel
with
like a
some
sister to me.
money?
You're like a sister to me.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
You can introduce me to somebody who's really toxic. Maybe they can ruin my life next.
Okay.
I don't.
Then I can get a piece too. So say less.
Sijali.
We're having this conversation with PJ today, and we're just like, he's like, so I get 20%, right? I'm like, bye. He's like, so 15. I'm like, nigga, please.
So if you're a woman who's interested in me, please don't show me that you're interested in me.
And Ashley. Interested in him and Ashley.
I'm ready to find you someone. I'm ready.
But make sure that they act aloof, that they don't really want
no,
me.
yeah, for sure. No, like, I got that. I have the brief.
Cheat sheet.
I have the brief.
But as I said yesterday on the mics, if you have a mental illness, DM me.
Listen, and once again, this is how we're going to wrap up a podcast, okay? Hafare is in the building. Thank you very much for coming through.
Anytime.
Yeah,
you know?
we need you back.
Yeah.
Whenever. Me say Nico loose as a goose.
I love it. I love
it.
it. This has been episode 50. Remember to share, like,
Episode
comment.
60. The appropriate age for a sponsor.
Me, I'm waiting for you to empty your pockets.
We're leaving. Like, you can't be here.
Like, empty.
How did we get from 60 to 50? Anyway, episode 50.
That's your preferred age of mine.
I was about to say 50 again. Bye.
Bye, guys.